Hey everybody, welcome back to We Are Podcast Network. This is We Are Air Season 1, Episode 15, all about us. If this is your first time checking out the podcast, thank you so much. Please go to your favorite podcast app, Spotify, Stitcher, Podbean, or iTunes, and give We Are Podcast a like. And if you get a chance, head over to our social media. All links can be found in the description. We're at Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at /We Are Podcast. With that said, on to the podcast.
We are Error.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the We Are Air podcast. This is Duck. I am here with
Jake
and
Hobby.
And y'all, what is the We Are Air podcast? It's a podcast where we talk about movies, entertainment, whatever.
Whatever.
And we're going to talk about whatever the fuck we want to talk about today. That's right. I want to take this into a new direction tonight. We usually talk movie news and we have a subject. But tonight, I'm sitting here with two of my best friends in the whole world.
Yeah.
And I just want to talk about us. I want to talk about who we are as people, where we come from, what we like in this world, and just have a conversation with my friends. And we've been drinking, and hopefully this will be a good time. So, once again, starting with you guys, I want to talk a little bit about each of you. So, who wants to go first?
Let Jay go first.
Oh, look how you threw him under the fucking bus so hard.
Oh, because I was about to throw him under.
Oh, shit. All right, Jake. So, a little bit about yourself. Where are you from, and when were you born?
I'm from Arlington, Texas, born in 1982. I'm raised most of my life here. Spent a good chunk of my life in Stephenville, Texas.
How far away is that?
About an hour and a half from here.
Okay.
East, west, or south?
East, west,
Southwest.
How south is it?
West, south.
West and
actually.
south.
Yeah.
That's
So,
hard to say.
why were you there? You were born here, or were you born there?
Got family out there.
Family out there?
Yeah.
And then y'all moved there for a period of time?
No, I was just kind of a
Raised-
shithead.
Oh, okay.
I
So
go out there and live and then come back.
and then kind of go back and
And then
forth.
it's summer out there and everything
Right.
else.
So lots of family out there. Is it country out there?
Yes,
So
it
very
is the
con-
Sticks. It was at one point the dairy capital of the nation.
Holy shit! So is there anything to do out there as a kid that was causing trouble a little bit? Maybe
Yeah,
They would ship you out
man.
there?
So
cow tipping and shit like that.
no, catching horn toads.
Horny toads.
Yeah. Then on top of that, we had a creek back behind my aunt's house. We built a BMX track back there.
Fuck yeah.
So yeah, we would
Fuck
fucking
yeah.
do that also. Just it was endless amounts of fun, honestly.
Dude,
You
country
could just
living's
like
where it's at.
yeah, we'd go get down by the creek and hunt turtles with pellet gun, do whatever else, like just cause havoc,
Yeah.
fuck shit
Just
up.
disappear all day long and just go do fun
just
shit.
be back before sunlight. Yeah,
We used to go build.
before sundown. I'm sorry.
We used to go build camps out in the woods, and we're like, we're going to live here someday.
Yeah,
Then
pretty much.
Then it get
Yeah,
cold, and we're
let's,
like, all right, let's go back.
Yeah, we'd be out there at like noon. Like, let's just stay the night out here.
Right.
Okay. And then it's
Right.
like, oh, well, it's 9 o'clock at night and we're hungry.
Right. And I heard they got food back then.
Yeah.
I heard they got food in that
Oh,
damn creek.
yeah. Hey, yo, Dragon Ball Z's on right about now.
Yeah. So you had family out there, cousins and stuff like
Yes.
that? So lots. Is it a
Aunt,
big family?
uncle, cousins. Yeah,
Big
I loved
family?
it. Fairly big.
So your parents, what are they like?
They're awesome.
Yeah.
Um,
Your father was a police officer for many
yeah,
years.
for almost 30 years. DFW Airport.
He's no nonsense, right?
Yeah, for the most part, I get my quick wit from him.
Right.
As I say that very slowly. I get my, what do you call it?
thing about myself that sets me apart.
Oh, yeah. Quick wit.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I guess.
That thing right there.
I thought that was going to take forever to get out. So,
And your mom, what's she like?
my mom was the sweetest person. in the
Did she
world.
work?
She was a homemaker and then worked whenever I was old enough to be on my own. So, like around 10 years old.
And you're
10 or 12.
you're the third child, right?
Yes, I am.
And
I'm the baby of the family. My brothers are 9 and 7 years older than me.
Well, that's a big gap.
Yeah, it is. I was pretty much like the only child.
Yeah.
Which is cool because I was the best child. So, in your face, brothers. Fuck you.
And I can edit this out, but the favorite probably too.
That's what I just said. I
Yeah.
thought, fuck you. I'm the favorite. Don't edit this. I hope you're listening right now, Jerry and Casey. This is the favorite speaking.
This is the favorite. Were you a trouble kid? Were you bad, or were you pretty good, or kind of in between?
Have you met him? Of course he was a trouble kid.
I don't know about that, dude. I could see.
I was bad, but
he's
I didn't
mischievous.
Yeah,
but he's
that
charismatic.
was it.
He's
I was more mischievous.
And super charismatic, dude. Trust me, he got away with it. That's all I'm going to say.
That was how most of it went.
Like, you did mischievous shit, but you got away with it just based on charm.
Yeah, I got caught for less than half my shit, I think.
There you go. You see, Javi, where are you from, sir?
All right.
What year were you born?
The year 1997.
The year.
The place.
1997. Wait,
The best borough of the 5 boroughs of New York, Queens. Far Rockaway.
Wait, which borough was Beastie Boys from? Yeah, so you're from the second best borough.
I'm from the best borough, bro.
All right.
But we can all agree that Staten Island is a fucking trash can.
Spider-Man.
All right, where are you from again?
Queens, Far Rockaway.
Queens. Okay. Typo Negative's from Queens, correct?
I don't know.
I believe so. So just so you know, Peter. You know who Peter Steele is?
Yeah, the lead singer from Typo Negative.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know his voice.
I'm pretty sure they're from Queens. So, what year were you born?
1987.
1997?
87.
97.
87.
97. So, 1987, Queens. Did you know any of the Turtles?
I
guess
wanted to.
They were in Manhattan, I guess, right?
I know. When I was a kid, I actually used to walk up to the fucking.
I would figure they'd be from Staten Island.
Are there turtles in there?
Are they? So, what are the different boroughs in Queens? I mean,
well, you got 5 boroughs.
Okay.
You got Queens, number 1, Brooklyn, Manhattan, the Bronx, and Long Island.
Is that originally the 5 points?
No, Times Square is originally 5 points.
Okay.
Okay, and then so family, father, not much there.
I never met my father. I knew my brother's father. That guy was a piece of shit. My mom. I was just pretty much raised by my mother.
Yeah, your mother, and then you do have a brother, like you said.
Older brother by 5 years.
What were you like when you were a kid?
I was a little rat bastard. I'm not gonna lie.
Did you hear the pride in that? I was a rat bastard, son of a
bastard.
So the older members of the family would not allow me to come over to their house. Like, they'll tell me, Anna, you could bring Brian, but that's got to stay here. Because I was like that bad.
Wow, what were you doing?
I just had a temper. Yeah. And
have those angry eyes that you have to.
I would flare the angry eyes, I would furrow the brows, and then like someone was gonna get broke within 5 minutes.
Right.
Like I was like that bad. I wasn't mischievous. I couldn't get away with shit. So I would just like break something, and be like, "Come punish me," and I would get punished. But like,
bring it! I'm from Queens. We're out from Queens, bitch. Oh, dude, that's awesome.
It was I would always piss in people's eyes, and they would eventually blink, and I would always get my ass kicked for it. But I give no fucks when I was a kid.
Yeah, you still kind of don't give no fucks.
I give more fucks than I did back then.
So when did you think that kind of evened out?
When I was 15, I met a lot. Yeah. Like puberty just kind of like had a reverse effect on me. Like I was like angry, just like out there all the time. And puberty has like, I don't care.
Did you travel around a lot? Like Jake said, he would go, to his family out there, or was it pretty much just stayed in the city?
We left New York when I was 7. We moved to Spanish Harlem in New Jersey called Perth Amboy. Mm-hmm. It's like nothing but Dominicans, Cubans, and Puerto Ricans.
Yeah.
And then we would just travel for holidays to go see our cousins up in New York, and then we moved even further down south on by the shore. Mm-hmm. And that's when our family kind of like we stopped seeing them so often because we just lived too far out.
So what? You were bad as a kid. You mellowed out as you got older.
Mm-hmm.
How about school situation? Did you move from school to school a lot?
No, not really. I dropped out of school when I was in 9th grade.
9th grade?
Yeah.
And did you get a GED then? Or?
I got a GED when I was 20.
Yeah, and then so what'd you do after you dropped out? Just kind of chilled and
from 9th till then.
From then I just pretty much got my GED and went from art school to art school.
Yeah. But from 9th grade, whenever you dropped out, what did you do?
9th grade until you dropped out.
9th grade until I dropped out?
Yeah.
No. Whenever you dropped out in 9th grade, what did you do until you got your GED?
Fuck, just odd jobs like teaching kids guitar and shit like that.
Yeah. You play guitar?
Yes!
Did you know he played guitar?
Yeah.
I didn't know he played guitar.
Oh, I knew.
Why haven't we started a band? What's going on, dude? Like, why have you never
Neither of us play instruments.
I do. I play drums and piano.
Oh, okay, well then why don't y'all start a band?
Well, we're going to start a band. You're going to sing. We're going to make our dueling 80s band like we've always talked about, dude. We've always talked about doing a dueling 80s band where we have 2 vocalists, and whoever wins that show that night wins.
Yeah,
every night, but we're going to go on stage.
We can do that.
Okay, so I'll tell you a little bit about myself. I'm from Pennsylvania, Western Pennsylvania, from a place called Clarion. It is French for clear water, I guess.
Clarion.
It's in the mountains of Pennsylvania, and I was raised. My parents have 5 kids. I'm the middle child.
Did y'all do any moonshine?
That's so funny. My brother just told me that he drank some moonshine the other day.
Oh, okay.
As a family, no, we never did. My parents don't drink. My grandparents were terrible alcoholics on my father's side. So my father...
So they ruined it for the other generation.
Well, for them, he refused to drink because they used to take him to the bar, make him sit under the bar stools where they got into fights and wait in the car and shit like that. So my dad never drank. My mom never drank really either. I think she did, but my dad was very adamant he didn't drink, so she just never did either. And not to say anything bad about my grandparents. They were wonderful people. By the time they got to, we were born. They were way past that. They didn't drink.
Yeah.
They smoked like chimneys, though. It was awesome.
Life happens.
My parents are wonderful people. They've been married for 30-something fucking years. 5 kids. My oldest brother Mike's crazy, and I love him. My brother Matt's kind of like the Raphael of the family. He's got a bad attitude, but he's the leader. He takes care of everyone. Me, I'm the black sheep of the family. I kind of do my own thing. My sister Laura's the only girl. And my youngest brother is a Jake. He's just an amalgamation of all the kids, and he doesn't give a fuck. But he's awesome. Super charismatic, right? So youngest kids get a little bit of some. Are you the oldest, Todd?
I'm the youngest.
You're the youngest. So you all right? We got 2 youngest, and then
We don't know your siblings.
Oh, my brother was the favorite. Hands down, he was the favorite.
And he's the older.
He's
just
the
your
older.
brother. That's it.
I think that's just Spanish culture. Like, a lot is put on the oldest kid in the Spanish culture.
Right.
So it's kind of like when I came along, I was like,
I don't think, honestly, my parents do have a favorite. I think my brother, who's the middle child, I think he thinks that he gets mistreated a lot because he does have middle child syndrome, honestly.
It's a real fucking thing.
Yeah.
And let me tell you something. My parents do have a favorite, and I know that because they tell me straight up who their favorite
that's
is.
like what a middle child would fucking say also. My brother's told me that same thing as well.
No, my parents
I
straight up told me.
understand.
No, my parents go, hey, you know Matt's our favorite, right? And I'm like, yeah, I knew that. Matt's my favorite.
It's everybody's favorite.
Yeah. He's the Raphael. He's the protector of the family. He's got a bad attitude.
Yeah.
He's awesome.
Yeah.
And literally, my mom called me one day. She goes, hey, I just want to let you know we put together a will. Matt gets everything. I was like, well, yeah, no shit. I was like, of course he gets everything. He's the favorite. It's not a big deal. And like, I feel like certain people that would bother me, I sit there and go, no, I get it. He's the favorite.
Honestly, out of my brothers and I really don't care who the favorite is.
Right.
I have a feeling like I am.
All right, so
look, we listen to like the same fucking music. Like, I listen to all the shit that my parents grew up listening to. They love sitting down. Like, we'll listen to fucking vinyls together.
Right.
Like, I feel it's only like a matter of time for my dad and I smoke a joint together. Like, as soon as it's legal,
Dude,
like, we're gonna be the first ones to fucking do it.
get him some
like,
CBD oil and slowly move him into a gateway
but
drug.
on top of that, like, we had the same sense of humor. Like, I don't know.
That
Both my brothers, I feel like, well, not even that. My brothers, I feel like they try to be like my dad in a lot of sense, but they're both cops. Like, my dad was a cop, but
and
it doesn't matter.
And Jake's just Jake.
I'll live my own life. Yeah.
Living my best life. Going back and forth with these. I can't say that word. My childhood, real quick, was I grew up. I was crippled when I was younger. I had leg braces.
I remember you telling me this.
Yeah, and so that was a big part of my childhood, was being crippled and being picked on constantly. And I'm not
trying to be funny here, but like, was it like the Forrest Gump braces?
Kind
I
of, in a
was just
way.
about to ask, was he being chased by rednecks?
Here, I got a story for you. So one time, with the leg braces, what they did was they spread my legs out, so I waddled like a duck. My legs were literally like imagine a triangle, and that's how my legs were. So as I went everywhere, I waddled more like a penguin than a duck. That's not where I get the nickname from. I'll tell you that story later. So I waddled. So and the braces were only right here. They weren't the bottom half like Forrest Gump had, but it was enough for kids to rip into me because kids are mean. And one day I was drinking one day I was drinking at a water fountain, and a teacher came up to me. And I was thirsty. I came to get a drink, and for some reason she was yelling at me. She's like, "What are you doing in here drinking?" I'm like, "I'm thirsty." And she goes, "Well, you can't be in here." And I'm thinking, "Bitch, I need water."
You had cripple fountain
Yeah, I was like, "Yeah, we're gonna go out to that one."
Your kind drinks out there.
And my brother had taught me something.
Abel's only.
He told me that if I say "dumb" and "bass" really quick, it would sound really cool. So I was like, "Dumb bass." So I was like, I looked at the teacher. I said, "You dumb bass." And then The look on her face was, and I went, you never seen a crippled kid run faster in your fucking life, dude. I was halfway across the, literally, I ran across the playground, I kicked the kickball, I fucking, everything, I was gone.
Like, did your break
dude, they fell off like Forrest Gump as I was running. And I was free.
It was probably more like Mafia.
Dude, yes. So it was, it wasn't fun. But I know I was bullied. Javi, I wanted to talk about that. You were bullied a little bit.
Fuck yes, I was.
Yeah, so what was that like for you?
It was weird, because I was the biggest kid. I was fat, and I was also really tall than everybody else. So whenever, this really pissed me off, and this is why I hate cowards to this day. My bullies would make sure to pick on me when it was like 5 or more stacked. Mm-hmm. But they would catch me on days when I just didn't give a fuck. It's like, I'm going to punch you, and I don't give a shit if I get a broken face after this. I knew it was coming. So I'll like make sure I got my licks in, and like, okay, do what you got to do.
So what was your first fight?
First fight was against like 6 kids.
Okay.
Like this kid was bullying me, he was calling me fast. Like,
how old were you?
I was 7.
7?
And I just had this moment, I was like, fuck it, whatever happens is going to happen. So I knocked this kid clean out. Like, he didn't wake up, but his friends got me.
So you knocked out one of them, then 4 went.
I knocked out the main kid that I hated the most. Like, I don't know, you fuckers, do whatever you want. I'm going after you. You are going out with me.
Dude, you see how crazy his eyes went there for a second? I'm like, all right, calm down, Hobbs. All right.
It's like, I just always got that petty streak in me. Like, if I'm going to get fucked up at the hands of someone else, you're coming with me.
Right.
You're going to get fucked up along with me.
But you got him good.
I got him.
And then you got beat up, but it's all good.
Yeah, it's fine. I didn't give a shit.
Jake, what was the first fight you got into? And what was the reason?
My brother kind of coaxed me into fighting this kid.
Oh, yeah? Did he give you the fucking Mickey Rocky?
I can't.
Older brothers are good for that, where they build up the younger brother.
Oh, tell ladies, like, well, are you going to let this kid disrespect our property like this? But
dude, that's always the thing, too. It's you came on our land.
Yeah. Yeah. And we're in a cul-de-sac. You know? Like, this motherfucker's like, we're on
it's part of our circle.
We got the good climbing tree. And that's exactly what it was. I think the kid's fucking name was Mark. He was living down at the end of the street. And my brother Casey comes out, like, we're eating dinner. And there was this tree right in front of our front patio, like our front porch. You walk out, there's a garage to the right. You walk out, and there's some monkey grass, a little patio. We got this nice tree in the front yard, but it has a 6-year-old, 7-year-old. It's perfect length for you to jump up and grab 2 branches. And you could, like twist yourself around like a monkey bar. Yeah, walk up, whatever else, flip yourself around. Well, this kid was out here playing on the tree while we're eating dinner. And my brother Casey finishes dinner early and finds out. He's like, what is this? Dang him! Your friend's out here playing in our tree. Like... So I come running out. I'm like, what? Like, no idea. He's like, you gonna let him disrespect us like this? It's a rough estimation of like how the conversation went down. This was 30 years ago, probably.
So he sent you out to fight your friend.
Oh my god! My parents were still cleaning dishes inside.
Did they know?
They found out towards the end, but
so what
they're
happened?
still cleaning dishes. I come out there. I'm like, "What are you doing, Mark?"
Get off, you damn dirty ape!
Like, it's not your tree, it's God's tree. And I'm like,
he didn't say that, did he?
I swear to God.
Be like, well, God didn't plant this
15 years ago. I swear to Mark, I swear to God, he said that it was God's tree. It wasn't ours. I was like, but it's on our property.
Oh, that's awesome.
Fighting my brother's fight for some reason. How long do you
think he was up in the tree thinking that? Like, this is God's tree. It's not Jake's, not the Pinkston's tree.
I think the kid was intuitive to like, whenever I called him out, like, what are you doing on our land with this? Mind you, this isn't a cul-de-sac.
What are you doing here,
on our land.
That guy's pointing right at him.
I think he was intuitive enough to go like, well, it's really not your tree. Like, it's here for all of us.
I kind of think this should be a skit.
I look back at my brother, and I'm just like, oh, and he's like, nope, not having it. And I'm just like, well, Here we go.
He pushed you out.
Gotta go to work.
Now, he trained you before that? Did you know how to fight, or did he just, like, go for it?
Well, I had 2 older brothers,
Yeah,
so I
so
mean,
you knew.
I just grew up kind of fighting them and
Okay,
watching them fight.
did you beat-
So I've sucked my brothers in the mouth a few times. They don't,
Okay.
like I said, they're 9 and 7 years older than me. But my middle brother, the one with the middle complex, I think he kind of learned not to fuck with me pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Because as I was of age, I'd say 8 or 9. By the time they started making me watch the late night Skinamax movies with them,
Yeah,
I was able to fucking pop them in their mouth if they wouldn't fight. They wouldn't fuck with me.
I don't want to watch this again, Casey.
Yeah. Not even that. No. Yes, I want to keep watching it, Casey.
So,
want a fresh
all
one?
right, I got to know, Mark, did you kick the shit out of him for being in your
Yeah, I
tree?
felt bad. His parents came down and talked to my parents afterwards. Like, he is up in the tree doing
Like,
the
was he
shit.
your
'Cause,
neighbor
like,
in the
well,
cul-de-sac?
he was my friend. We were friends. He lived down at the end of the street.
Oh, God.
He lived at the corner house or at the end, but he didn't live in the cul-de-sac, but he wasn't with it. So I don't know.
He didn't know about the cul-de-sac rules, baby.
Like, we would all hang out in the cul-de-sac because that was the natural baseball field. Like, we would have home base, first base, second base, third base. You could play all kinds of games in the cul-de-sac. Kick the can.
the first thing I thought
can.
was first base is the tree, and you're always like, don't touch the tree.
Yeah.
That's our
Pretty
tree.
much. Well,
Stand near it?
technically our tree would have been shortstop, but don't touch the fucking
Don't
tree.
touch the fucking tree. So,
God's tree.
just how did your parents react to it? What was your... Did you get punished, or were
My
they like,
parents
go ahead.
were always the type,
Hey, kids gonna be kids.
and also if somebody starts something, you better finish it.
Right. Man, I wish my parents were like that. I would say, I didn't know if we're not counting family members, I'm going to say my brother, what you were talking about earlier, like how the older brothers pump you up.
Yeah.
They used to take me, and I would get my crazy older brother who didn't know how to fight, and then my brother Matt, who was a Raphael, would take my cousin Peeps,
Yeah.
and they would always put us against each other. And it was skinny versus fat every time. And I'm talking like roly-poly, and I'm
Why didn't you like separate
Oh, dude, it
like
was-
skinny and fat versus
Dude,
skinny
it was,
and fat?
well, no, that's what I'm saying. Like, we should have, but they inversed it because my brother was skinny and I'm fat, and then my brother Matt was large like me, and then my cousin Pete was skinny versus fat, and they would be like, "Come on, you can do it!" Like they would pump them, "Come on, Rock, come on!" And, I get in there and be like, "I just need a ham sandwich, go!" It's like the Blob in the first fucking Wolverine movie. It was ridiculous. But I would say. There was a kid who Dean was his name, and he used to
That
pick
kid
on...
sounds like an asshole already.
And he also sounds like the shitty dean of a bad college movie.
He was kind of mentally handicapped, and
Oh, no,
he,
it's so bad.
the shit out
no,
of
no, I
this
wouldn't say that. No,
Who are you, Batman?
he would literally pick on me. He was older than me. He would pick on me on the bus all the time for being fat, and he kind of had a...
Oh, the mentally handicapped
He would pick on the
kid
fat
picked
kid.
on
Yes.
you.
And he would sit there and go, he would be like, "You're so fat. Why don't you get your shit together and lose some
Oh,
weight?"
hair lip
And he
motherfucker.
he had a hair lip. I was about to say that. Yes, and a flat face.
You should just be like, I just don't have to live in an assisted living facility. In 20
Dude,
years.
it was fucked up. Dude,
Stop
seriously. And so finally one day I had enough of it, and I jumped up out of my seat and I punched him in the face. He punched me back.
Were you goaded
punched
on
him
by
in the
his
face.
way, or
His
you
lip?
just did it on your own? You were just like, I've had
No,
enough.
I just had
just
that,
had enough.
I had that fat kid
How old
moment
were
where
you?
you go, "I have had it." And I jumped up. I was probably 9, 8, 9.
That's fucking awesome.
And he was
Joe.
probably 12 or
And he just
13.
fucking popped
so
right
good.
in the face. Just like,
But dude, it like when he hit me back, it hurt like
Well,
crazy.
yeah, of
And then
course.
I hit him one more time, and then it was over. And
Everybody
then
broke it up.
And then I started crying tremendously because I just could.
Yeah,
and then,
of course,
And he
man,
was
you're a
just,
kid at the
and
time.
he's just back there, lifting up his, and then after that, he never picked on me again. Though.
That's awesome.
So
That's
you gotta have that
fucking
moment
great.
every once in a while. All right. So yeah, that was fucking crazy.
so
We talked about it.
you assaulted a handicapped person.
Yeah, but he also assaulted. He also assaulted a
He
handicapped
assaulted
person.
That's a teenager.
Because you got to remember, I had the leg braces. I was Crippy Boy, Crippy
and
Fat
you were,
Boy.
and he was a teenager, and he fucking plowed into you.
Yeah, but dude, people always pick on somebody who's weaker than them, and I was easy target. I'm sure he was getting bullied like crazy by everybody.
That's what he should.
No, he's not, dude.
Why are you getting paid forward?
He was probably taking it out on me because everyone took their shit out on him. You know what I mean? It's sad.
I probably would have been an asshole and picked on Duck whenever he was younger also.
So did you have that side where you made fun of people and kind of were mean? I know you had
To
a
an
light-
extent, but I was also good. But yeah, I think I was kind of an asshole. But
Right.
as I got older, I told you, I
Yeah.
just
You had your experience and things changed.
Yeah, exactly. I shifted over to
Dude, I had that
the good side, but I see it now, and it truly does. It does disgust me to see kids be like that. Like, it's just like, you just don't know, but it's also at the same time, it's the upbringing, it's everything else. Like, yeah, that shit sucks.
Yeah.
I feel horrible about it, so.
But you are Jake now.
Yeah.
You're not the Jake then. So
right, but also I want to apologize if I have any people that I picked on back there in the past.
Fucking Mark's listening going,
I don't know. Yeah, please. Mark Wahlberg's like, what is happening?
He's hearing a little gong noise. What is that? What? No.
Yeah, is that the bees?
I would say when I was younger, in my teen years, I had a superiority complex where I felt like I was better than people and I treated people badly. And it took my brother one day saying, you need to stop being such a dick. Yeah. And I was just like, you know what? He's fucking right. I need to stop being a dick.
It took me learning the errors of my ways being a dick to learn to stop being a dick. Like, well, this isn't working out.
Yeah. He was just like, listen, you need to stop being a dick. You're very rude to everybody.
Yeah.
I was just an angry teenager, though. How about you, Javi? How were you as a teenager?
Complete inverse, man.
Happy?
No, I was a fucking ghost. I just try to not be seen. I try to live my school life like an ostrich. Just like head in the sand, keep my head down, mind my business. But unfortunately, being the size that I was like a target. Like, shit.
Yeah.
And I think the straw that really broke me, that is like fucking Kareem. I dropped out because I got my jaw broken in 9th grade.
Why?
This kid was bullying me, and for some reason, this kid had me a little bit shook from day one. It's like, there's something not right about this guy. If I stand up to him, I may get killed. So he put like a weight loss tape on my backpack during the fire drill. And I was like, man, why don't you go fuck yourself, Tom? The word Tom did not leave my mouth fast enough before his fist was right there. Knocked me clean on my ass. Yeah, right. I started to spit out blood. I felt right there, and my gums were split. I was like, oh, my fucking jaw's broken. So I got up, got my bag, walked home.
Right.
And never went back.
Never went back, and that was 9th grade.
That was 9th grade.
So after that, you said you went and started doing kind of odd jobs and stuff
just
like
odd
that?
jobs, but I was super depressed. I was super, not fun to be around.
Yeah. Teenage years were shitty.
Oh, fuck yes, they were.
Mine were too.
Sorry,
I was super...
Oh, you're good. It's fine.
Yeah, dude. I was super depressed during my teen years, too. Like, puberty, once that hit, like, it was downhill. And then when the first time I lost weight, I dropped over 100 pounds in 3 months because I became anorexic. But I'll tell you what, when you get in shape that quick, women will notice. And it was kind of nice getting that attention afterwards. But I used to, you're talking about being a ghost, I used to hide in school. I used to find dark rooms and just sit in them for hours alone, trying to hide from everybody in the world.
I was a library for me, just like, no one's out there, no one can see me in here, I'm just going to sit here and just read.
You know what my saving grace was? Is that my best friend showed up in my life and he changed my life. He helped me. Yes. He pulled me out of that depression. And we started in a band and things went great, dude, and things got better after that. But yeah, that was hard during those years.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, everyone, it's just Duck jumping in here real quick to say thank you so much for checking out the podcast today. If you're enjoying it, please head over to your favorite podcast app, Spotify, Stitcher, Podbean, iTunes, and give We Are Podcast a like. And if you get a chance, head over to our social media. All links can be found in the description. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at /We Are Podcast. And if you're enjoying the podcast today, please share with your friends. It's the only way we can grow this network. With that said, back to the podcast. How about you, Jake? What were your teen years like? You better say they were fucking awesome and bring this podcast back.
No, actually, I was a late bloomer.
Meaning puberty didn't kick in?
Yeah, like not until like I was in junior or senior in high school. So how old would you been,
like 13, 14?
Junior year in high school, yeah, 16, 17. I was 18 whenever I graduated.
Right.
But I was a late bloomer, so I had a really weird, awkward stage from...
Everyone's getting titties around you.
Eighth grade to fucking 10th grade, I still looked like I was a fucking, like, 7th, 6th grader. Like, you know, and
no testosterone, no hair, nothing.
A few strays here on my nuts, but not on my face or anything like that. Like I tell you,
I know what that's like.
My voice is even higher than it is now.
Do you think you have a high pitched voice?
I don't know.
I was gonna say, not out of us three, you have the lowest pitched voice. Like
we don't set the bar very high,
because I talk like this all the time.
So either way,
so that was hard for you. Not
no.
You were finger fucking girls and stuff before you
Look, okay, so... well, like I can't handle it. So what happened was, I was right at the cusp...
What happened was...
Yeah, I was right at the cusp of how the junior highs changed. My junior high that used to be right down the street from my childhood home, I was walking to, used to be 7th through 9th grade. And whenever I was supposed to be a freshman, that year it switched over to the high school down the road, Sam Houston. So it was going to be 9th grade through 12th grade as opposed to 10th grade through 12th grade. So I got there early. I did really good on the football team as a 7th and 8th grader. Like I was on the A team as a linebacker and shit like that. And I was fucking tiny. I was just like a little fucking Tasmanian devil. Mm-hmm. And at the end of the year, we realized that, hey, they're not going to have a 9th grade this year. It should be 7th through 9th grade. Then they are like, oh, well, 9th grade is going to carry over at the new high school. So I was like, fuck. So I wanted to play football, and I was like, God damn it, no, I'm not going to do that. My dad played golf all the time. I was like, well, I'll just go ahead and do this. I'll probably just be good at it. Yeah, they did. So I played golf for a while there. But, yeah, you know, those beginning years, I didn't really hit my stride till I was about 16, 17. That's whenever I would say became popular, but I was hanging out with more popular kids. But by proxy, you know, you become known.
It's popular by association.
But what it was is I was just the class clown and shit
so in
classes, and that's when people were like, hey, he's cool. Like, hey, Jake, what are you doing tonight? You know, afterwards.
Well, that's a good point of view. Where did that sense of humor come from? Where did you just said, hey, I can get attention this way, or you said, I like making people laugh? Or
I feel like it's always been that way. You know, I remember in first grade, there used to be this kid, Sean Riley, that I used to hang out with. And I always made him laugh because whenever we go to the library, there's a book called Katie Did It. And
you know she did.
Yeah, but...
I met Katie.
But what it was is about this kid who was blaming their doll for doing all their mischievous activities. So is this girl, like, saying, you know, well, you know, this is broken, Katie did it. But I just riffed on it, like, while me and my buddy Sean were fucking, like, reading it. And this is first grade. I remember cracking him up, and I'm just like, oh, yeah, you know, like, this happened, and Katie did it, you know, but it's just like...
This fucking bitch over here.
Yeah, pretty much. And that's whenever I knew. I was like, oh, you know, this, I'm good at doing this. I could just kind of
make feeling that it gave you that first time you got him to crack up, and you're just like,
that was great. Tonight. Yeah, and that's just what I wanted to do from then. Yeah. Like,
Dude,
just,
you love
I try to find the funny in every situation.
Yeah.
Honestly.
How about you, Javi? When was the first time that you found out that you could crack a joke and make somebody laugh?
First grade, also, is this girl named Rosemary Helmer.
Oh, it had to be a woman, dude. I knew it. I knew it'd be fucking charmer.
I was in love with this girl. Her mom was hot, too. I was
oh, my God. It's not distinguished between the two.
Like first grade hot or like hot right now, also.
Right now, I would do it. I would hit on her mom.
All right.
Oh, shit. All right. The girl's hot. The mom's hot to you.
And for some reason, I found that how neurotic I was, and still kind of am a little bit, would make people laugh, and I can't even really honing in on that. Like the more neurotic I was, the more charming and aloof she found me. I was like, oh, I like this. I like this attention.
First grade, you found this, and it was a woman that you entertained, and so you kind of moved on with that, and you kind of do that to other people, and you're just kind of like. I feel like you're just being yourself most of the time.
No, I am. It became who I am.
For me, the thing that's funny about you is you are just 100% being yourself. And one of my favorite things about Javi is when he gets super passionate about the weirdest shit. That's when it makes me happy. Just like, literally, he'll just be like, well, I fucking think this motherfucker. I'm like, how did you even possibly think that was a thing?
He starts blurring it all together. You
can tell when I get super jacked about something, like, I will garble. Yeah. And he went, what the fuck are you saying?
It's so good.
It's his righteous indignation. And I've said this before. It's his moment of like, he feels so passionate about something that doesn't fucking matter, or he feels passionate about something that does fucking matter, but he does it in such a funny, ridiculous way. I'm like, oh, it's so good. Like, I just love it because everything's just like, You just pull it out.
Doug, your moments of hilarity aren't few and far between either. So
Yeah.
where do you get your shit from? Because you fucking crack us up on the goddamn regular.
My thing is, it was a defense mechanism, and I know that sounds weird.
No, I mean...
It literally came from, I found that if I could make people laugh and like me, they wouldn't pick on me and wouldn't try to beat me up.
So you Bobby Hilled it.
I can't... All right, one day at the Improv, this is so awesome. One day at the Improv, Jake's just like, hey, some guy's looking for you. I'm like, all right, who? So he's like, I don't know, he's at the bar. I was like, all right, I'll go to the bar. And I see a guy standing there. I was like, hey, man, what's up? How can I help you? And he's like, you're not the guy I'm looking for. And Jake comes out of nowhere. He's like, I don't know who this guy is. He goes, oh, he said he's looking for Bobby Hill looking guy. I was like, fuck you, Jake. I was like, fuck you, Jake. And then I'm like, that's fair. I'll give him that one. That's fair. It's fine.
Holy fuck!
You remember it now, though? That was awesome, dude.
I'm so sorry. I love you.
That's fine.
I love you, Hill also.
Dude, it's fine. I'm not even
I thought
offended.
that was a good thing.
I'm not even offended. I thought it was funny. At first, it was like, no, I'll give him that. That's fine. That kind of looked like a Bobby Hill. The other good one, man, another good memory from the fucking Improv. This girl started, and her name was Helen. And fucking, and out of nowhere, me and Jake, she's like, hi, I'm Helen. And we're like, you look like a Helen.
He looked over at me in the DJ booth and she introduced herself. So, like, okay, so we were having the meeting and I'm always back in the DJ booth. I get the window right there and they're all sitting at the table in front of me. And then Ted and whoever's manager at the time come out. They're like, hey, we got a new employee. This is Helen here. And Doug looks at her. Looks at me and goes, she looks like a Helen. I'm like, I'm sitting there at the same fucking time, like, oh, I know what you're doing. This is goddamn Tommy Boy. Like, you look like a Helen. And she fucking did.
She did look like a Helen, dude.
She totally looked like a goddamn
Helen. In that moment that we did that, we became the boys.
Oh,
she quit like the next 2 days after that. It was ridiculous.
Yeah. Remember working at a Quick Trip not too later after that.
Oh, God. She looked like a Helen at a Quick Trip. But yeah, it was all
nice lady. I will say that, Helen, if you're listening, which I know you are, but still.
You did look like a Helen.
Yeah, you do. You did. And you will do.
All right, so let's talk. What was that?
That was my hand. I just want to.
All right,
Yeah.
making sure.
It was a ghost.
I don't know how to segue into. I want to talk about first girlfriends or first love. For you, sir, maybe this is a sad subject. I don't know, but we're getting to know each other here. So, I mean, it could be the very first one. It could be the one that mattered. It could be
first girlfriend.
You don't have to say names.
No, it doesn't matter. Yeah, she was a twin.
Oh, all right.
I like
All right,
where
see where this is going.
Yeah. A buddy of mine who was also on the golf and baseball team.
Oh, damn.
You
That
golfers know how to roll.
place got you some play, didn't it?
He was dating one of the other twins at the time. He's like, hey, you should talk to this chick. She's fucking cool, and, you know, she looks good. I was like, okay. So we did, and we had the weirdest relationship ever. Like, this chick was a huge part of my life.
Okay.
Like, honestly. Like,
First love, like you said?
Yeah, totally. So we had a weird relationship. We broke up whenever I became a senior. Like, so I was a junior, she was a sophomore. We broke up, we're doing our own thing, but we still talk to each other. I ended up taking her to her prom. I just graduated after that. But then I introduced her to my middle child brother, Casey. Yeah.
Is this where it's going?
They had a relationship for a little while also. Yeah,
really?
Weird, right?
Whoa.
Yeah. So she ended up marrying his best friend.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah.
She made her way through.
Yeah. It was
Oh,
weird.
shit.
Yeah. Okay. So like this story has so many layers to it. Like
That's
I can
fine.
go on and on forever.
That was Cliff Notes.
Yeah. So
Damn.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna stop right there.
So-
but that was weird.
It's
that was
weird.
my first
So-
love,
so you-
but that's where that
So
went.
she's married to your brother's best friend
now.
now.
currently.
That's
That is
crazy.
weird.
Yeah, it is very weird. And I've known this guy forever, and he's kind of like one of my good friends also, but it's my brother's best friend.
That's crazy.
That's strange.
One of my brother's best friends. My brother's best friend got me the job at Improv, actually, Bill.
Right. He was the old DJ,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And then, so Javi, what was your first love?
Oh, shit. Well, up until I met my future ex-wife, I had no real loves. She was the true first love for me. Like, the one was like, oh my God, I can't be without her. Like, every other chick was just,
How old were you?
I was 25 and she was 33 when we met.
How old are you now?
I'm 31.
Okay.
We were together for 5 years? 4 years married, 5 years together total. But I kind of knew something was up. I always thought, we met on a plus-size dating app called chubbyfishing.com. And she just messaged me. I thought it was spam at first. Because like, hey, I really dig your mutton chops and your profile. You're really funny. Find me on Facebook. There was no picture. Blank
You
profile.
texted her you dig her mutton chops?
Yeah.
No, she texted me that she did my mutton chops. Because I had fat Elvis mutton chops. This wasn't all one beer. I actually had the separation right here at one point.
I like
I was
the.
like-
I miss the fro,
And I was just like,
honestly.
I miss the first sometimes. And I was just like, this is fucking spam, but let me see what's up. I find her on Facebook. Oh, shit. This bro's a fucking smoke show.
Yeah.
So I messaged
What's
her.
a smug show mean?
Smoke show.
I thought you said a smug show. I was
She's
like, ah,
she's
sorry.
banging.
All right.
She's fucking. She's
She's
the bee's knees,
She's
baby.
the Aunt May of this situation.
She's the Aunt May.
She's the intimate. We just started messaging a lot, and we would like send each other really long messages. I remember it would take me an hour to read, and then an hour to respond. We did that for about 3 weeks.
Right.
And I remember our internet got cut, and I was just like, shit. And I got really upset, and I didn't know why. And my mom was like, you know why you're upset? I was like, why? Because you're in love with her. I was like, no, only fucking losers fall in love with people they haven't even met yet. That's not going to happen to me. And I was like,
I mean,
holy
you
shit.
were married to her for 4 fucking years. So
I'm
you
in
can say
love with
whatever
her.
You want, yeah.
And then we met on September 16th, 2012. And I moved in on that first date.
Were you in Texas yet?
I was in Texas. I came to Texas June 24th, 2012. I met her August 21st. Met in person September 16th. Moved in with her on September.
It was like a whirlwind situation where it happened very quickly.
It was
Yeah, but you've been
really
talking
quick.
that long that it's like you knew each other already.
And you weren't
I
different.
felt like I had known her for 10
Yeah.
years.
And it wasn't different whenever you met her in person. It was she was the person
I was a lot more.
You weren't catfish. You didn't show up and it was me in a dress going, "Hey, Javi, what's up?"
No, I was very glad to see her. That she was like, okay, proportions are
This
correct.
is
You are who you are.
This is what I was talking to.
Yeah.
What you're saying.
Oh, thank God. It's not a man situation.
Yeah, it's
Bam! She shows up and you're like, "Oh, Javi, come here, snuggle with me, snuggle buddy."
But
Yeah,
it's like
it's totally not Rocco's
Like,
boss's
it's not just a
wife.
big head, essentially.
Come here, Rocco.
But I remember just thinking, it's like when I was being driven to go to her place, like I feel like I'm kind of coming home
Yeah.
instead of like going to visit somebody. I felt like I was home with her. She was my home,
Right.
and for some reason, I was like, this is it. I remember when she first met my mom, when she went to the bathroom, I was like, Mom, that's the girl I want to marry.
I thought she met your mom in the bathroom. I was like, what a weird situation.
We were at my mom's place, and she went into the bathroom, and then my brother goes, all right, let's talk about her.
And then she proposed to you, or you proposed
Well,
to her?
we were just driving back after dropping off her niece and nephew at Alabama with their parents, and he's like, you know, Jay, I think I'm ready to get married. I was like, okay, that's cool. I'm down with that.
Damn.
And then she goes, well, you got to ask my parents first. I was like, oh,
What?
Yeah.
what? I was like, your
That's
dad's
all.
going to be easy. He's not going to really give a shit.
That's a whole different story.
What is...
I know, they're very, like, she was very, like, by the book. when it came to
No. But I'm just saying, it's like, I'm ready to get married. By the way, you need to go ask my parents.
And he shows up.
What?
What'd you say?
We're having dinner. We're having dinner, and I go.
I imagine you wearing like a really nice suit and everyone's dressed
No.
up. And like it's the colonel is like,
He
well,
had
I do
a
declare.
giant
honor."
white hood, giant white robe.
So, like, we're
Where's Autumn?
at the dinner table, and then I go green in the face because I'm trying to work up the fucking courage to, like, ask your parents, like, oh, look at if your daughter already married. So, your daughter's having marriage. Go first!
Go to married.
You get all excited. Remember it. All
right. So then her dad gets up to like go to the bathroom. Like, I want to marry your daughter. He doesn't. He doesn't even like drag it. He goes, okay. And he keeps on
God damn, Salacious Crow.
Nailed it. No, Hobby, no.
I did.
Oh, shit.
And without missing the beat, he still walks. He's like, okay, he just keeps on walking. But her mother was just staring at me. Like, oh, shit, here we go.
Aww.
Oh, my God, though. Oh, shit, dude, that was
That was the one I was really worried about, was the mother.
Oh, Javi, I love you, but oh my God, what a bad timing on that, and it worked out great.
It did. I was like, I got one parent down. Now let's deal with the one that I was seriously worried about.
Oh, I don't know if that's as funny as it was to me. If you could have seen the look of like the one finger up, hi, I want to marry your daughter.
I actually did that. I want to marry your daughter. Like, I was waving with my finger to the man's back. I want to marry your daughter.
The pure declaration of it.
Someday.
Oh my God.
I do declare.
Oh God, dude, that made me so happy. All right. My first love. I don't even want to talk about it.
Yeah.
My first love. She was a puppy love type situation. I was like 16. I think she was 13 or 14, and I was with her. It was my high school relationship. 3 years. It was beautiful. It was wonderful. It was, for me, the purest form of love I've ever had in a relationship. So I struggle with it still to this day. Still have nightmares about her. That's how much I sometimes miss her. But I miss all my exes in some way or other. Don't you guys dream about your exes sometimes?
Nope, just the one.
Well, you still do, though. That's what I'm saying. That love like that. You dream about different ones?
I think about a lot of them.
Yeah. For me, I asked the guy once, I said, does it get easier with time? Because my first relationship ended so badly. He goes, no, but in time, because you don't focus on the bad, you start to focus on the good. And that's something I've always taken away from that is any relationship I've been in some doozies. I always try to focus on the good in those relationships.
It is a learning lesson.
Every single one.
Ways.
I want to talk about what is your first sexual experience? The one that was like you count as the first time you got it. Javi, you want to go first?
Yeah, Javi, you go first. I went first last time.
All right.
First time you finger fucked a girl. First time you got like anything like that.
First time I finger fucked a girl.
Whatever, dude. Whatever you consider.
I went with the finger fucking.
Okay.
But
the first time you got the butterflies, like, oh shit, it's happening.
like it's about to go on and happen.
Yeah. Like you're like
the first
she
time
gives you that look and she goes, ugh. You know? If a girl ever does that, don't go towards that though. That was,
I remember I have big hands. I got some mitts on me.
okay.
I remember she said, "Oh, you have really nice hands. You got nice long fingers."
Now, how old were you?
I was about 15 on this one. I didn't lose my virginity for this one.
Okay.
I just finger fucked her. So she grabs my hand and like,
Where were you at? Set the scene.
we were in her parents' house.
Okay, don't set the scene so much. Come
I'm
back
just
to the
saying.
scene. So you're at this girl's parents' house. Why were you there?
We were just hanging out watching movies. Like she invited me, "Yeah, we want to go watch movies with us."
So she had an interest in you.
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't know. I thought she was like fucking messing with me. But
Okay. We all think that when that shit happens.
yeah.
Yes.
So she's like, grab my hand. She's like, we have really nice big hands. And she's like rubbing on them and doing that. By the way, that's like the quickest way to even get me going. Is like rub my hand. And
I will
she
never
puts them on
touch
her
your
leg,
hands.
And then she like all
Never.
of a sudden like starts guiding my hand out there. It's like, it's happening. It's gonna happen.
He grabs his inhaler.
I was like
Nerd.
18 puffs right there. And then all of a sudden I started to say, I go in. It's like, I never felt this before. This is awesome. Like, I think I may have came my pants. I don't fucking know. I might have been that fucking nerd that I'll come in my pants just from finger banging the chick.
Yeah.
And
First
she
time
started-
you touched it, and you were just like, "Oh, that's mushy and wet and like
Yeah.
fucking."
And she started to bleed, and I thought I
Whoa,
thought I
what?
killed her.
From you finger fucking her, you broke the diaphragm?
I think I may have.
Or
I got
the
big ass
whatever.
fingers, man.
How
I
old
think I
were
broke
you?
my arm when I was 15.
Yeah, she just started her period right at the same
At the
time.
same
that
time,
it
it's
just started her
serendipity,
period,
exactly.
And I was just like, oh my god, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to do that to you. She's fucking freaking out. I'm freaking out. Two happy carnage is freaking
Yeah.
out my bloody pussy.
That's
What
awesome.
the fuck is going on?
Dude,
Yeah.
only Hobby's story
That's so
of the
great.
first time finger fucking would end in like a travesty. I'm
Yeah.
like, I killed her.
It's like,
Made
God.
blood marks on his
oh my
face
God,
like
Steph,
a
I'm so
goddamn
excited.
Indian warrior.
Like, I was like on the verge of tears. Like, I'm so excited to do that to you. Oh my God, are you okay? She's like, I don't know if I'm going to be okay, Howard.
Oh, so she was freaking out too.
She was freaking out too. We were both freaking out.
God damn.
It was a fucking side duck.
So did you ever get to go further with her, or was
No,
that it?
that was it. I was
You
just
broke her. You were never welcome back into the house again.
I didn't want to be part of that. I was like, I'm good. I'm
Yeah.
done for this for now.
All right, Jake.
My first time really
Yeah, sure. Whatever's
enjoying it.
Yeah.
Like knowing what I was doing.
or not knowing what you're doing, whatever. Whatever it was like.
This would be after the twin. I was 17 at the time.
Speaking of which, are you sure the twin married your brother's best friend, or maybe it was
I'm
the
positive.
other twin? Okay, so what is the other one? What happened to the other twin?
She's still
All
alive.
right.
She's still good.
All right.
I take her for the shit.
Okay, I'll cut that out, but there was a little wink in there. Did you fuck her twin sister?
No.
Did you want to fuck her twin
Well, of
sister?
course.
Well, there was a time, yeah. I
Did
mean,
you have a
there's
chance?
There's this weirdness. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I don't know. I don't know.
Do I need to cut
don't
that
know.
out?
Yeah, no. Don't cut it out. Look, if you're listening, I don't know.
All right, so after the twin, what happened?
So, I was working at Arlington Stadium, just down the
Stadium.
street from you here.
All right.
Uh,
Is it still there?
I think so.
I was going to say, can we
I
go
think it
finger
is.
fuck some chicks? Oh, wait, they're probably way too young.
God
Never mind.
damn, okay.
God,
Okay.
Just turn my stomach.
My bad. My bad.
You're bringing up too many memories from there, but I will tell you the time that mattered most to me from there.
Okay.
Her initials were KF, if you're listening.
Fitzgerald.
So you're at the skatorium with KF, and what happened? Like, were you working there, or were you just kind of chilling out?
This was like one of my first real jobs. Yeah, working at the skating rink. It was cool.
So you're hanging out at the skating rink,
But this chick, she
Okay.
was fucking banging.
Smoking
hard.
hot.
Like, she was so good.
so she's there with her skates on, and you're
No,
working behind the counter.
no, she was actually working in the pizza place at that time.
All right, so
Making
she's
the
working in the
pizzas.
pizza place.
I was cleaning skates at the time.
All right,
The
the
Turner
sexual
Reynolds.
tension is building. Right
Oh
now.
my god, I was
rolling-
rolling steam, washing the shit out of them skates.
She's over there rolling the dough into long fucking hot dog lines, like fucking. Dude, shit's getting hot. All right, so.
And then I was back there,
So what?
back there braiding some fucking laces
Right.
on skates, and I'd watch her walk by like, "Hey, what's up, Kaya?"
Yeah.
And yeah, that happened. And
What do you mean that happened? Like you just said, "Hey, that's what's up."
Yeah,
what
getting
was
over
was
it.
this scene that like you're like, "Hey, you want to come over to my house?" Or you were there at the skatorium right there in the fucking ice in a Zamboni? Like,
so
what do you mean?
do you know where Vandegrift Park is? Right over here by.
I'm gonna pretend like I do because I want to know what
Arlington
happened in the park.
Improv. Yeah.
What happened in the
So
park?
to Vandegrift Park, it was at the time that Jackass had just come out, and I wanted to impress this girl, so I snuck into the high dive inside the
Nah.
swimming pool whenever it shut down. This is after midnight, mind you, okay? Like, no wild shit was going on like this, and I jumped that fence like
All right.
a motherfucker, climbed up to the high dive, dove in there. And she was like, "Oh,
She was as wet as you were at that point.
Yeah.
Oh, she was like a motherfucking snipper.
you
Look what happened.
are
I'm wet and I
a
didn't get
risk
splashed.
taker,
Yeah.
risk taker,
Yeah.
daredevil.
I'll be a risk taker.
Let me rub
Take
some
you.
of that pigs and sausage."
Oh shit! So
She got a handful.
was it right there in the diving board? Is that what
It
you're
was
talking about?
after I had to shimmy out and
you're all cold. Was it shriveled a little bit,
like
or
a
was-
mutt dog? Yeah, it was definitely shriveled.
So she just immediately was just like, "Oh," and just went down on you.
Oh no, but she grabbed it and it went hard.
Yeah.
After that,
it
so-
unshriveled.
Yeah,
I'm half hard
Yeah,
right
it
now.
went-
Just like-
yeah, it was great.
yeah, like a roll of quarters. That's the noise. It
Seriously, yeah, it went from a roll of dimes to a fucking roll of fucking Kennedys real quick.
It's like a tube sock with a bunch of eight balls in it.
So it happened right there in the park after midnight. Like, nice.
Yeah.
And it was all night long.
No. No, it was just like, oh, I gotta get back home. My mom's probably wondering what I'm doing right now.
You went home and jerked it so hard.
Oh,
It's the
yes,
worst.
I did.
All right, so my first time having sex with my first girlfriend.
Yesterday.
And, yeah, yesterday. You're 100% right. I wish, dude. It's been a minute. And yesterday was my birthday, so it would have been great if somebody put out. Thank you.
I would have put out for you, Doug.
Oh,
if
Jesus.
that means anything.
Never touching your hand. So I'm my first girlfriend.
I did put out.
Yeah, he did. Wait, what do you mean? What happened? Was I there in the high dive too? So my first girlfriend, madly in love with her. We took our time. You know, it was wonderful. The patience of, like, she was my first kiss. She was my first touchy. She was my first everything, right? So the first time we fucked, we went out into the middle of the woods in the middle of the day, and it was the worst experience ever. Didn't know what wetness was supposed to be. Didn't know where to put it. The sun was, like, she was pale white, so the sun's blinding me because it's reflecting off her skin. There's people riding around in four-wheelers in the background. It sounds like bears. I'm like, is that a bear? I'm naked, so I keep losing my fucking heart. It's a bear! We can't be here.
There's a bear there.
After the tumultuous, terrible first sexual experience where I was a beast. No, it was terrible. We carved our initials in the tree, like to signify the moment that we'd had sex. But honestly, it just signified a failure. And then soon after that, they cut down the wood, so it didn't matter.
Oh my god!
Then I got good at it. Practice makes perfect. You know what I mean?
DWER 2017.
It was yesterday, so it would have been 2019. So.
Oh.
Yeah, it was weird. ER, I miss
No,
you,
but
baby.
seriously, like there was motorcycles right
Yeah,
now?
you do. There was ATVs, motorcycles, and fucking four-wheelers and shit.
Did you think this is like, you know what? This is the most romantic spot that we could lose our virginity.
Dude, I'll be honest with you. In my memory, it was very romantic.
Hey,
It was just
right
terrible.
over here is my cousin Still. It's real nice and quiet. Nobody knows where it is.
Dude, it was.
We make our shot.
I was
for the
right
bright
next
white.
to the fucking. You should never fuck next to the derby track. That's all I'm saying.
God
It
damn
was
it.
crazy. So I hope everyone enjoyed this conversation we had, getting to know a little bit more about us. We really appreciate you listening. Next week we'll go back to having a normal, probably movie news and a subject, but I had a blast talking to you guys, so thank you so much.
I
Love
same here, man.
both of you. You're
me
both
too.
my brothers. I will fucking go to hell and back for y'all. Javi, I cannot appreciate enough for everything that you do for me. Doug, you are one of my greatest friends. I love you both
I love you too.
so very much. I cannot thank y'all enough for
We
being
love the
my
fuck out of you,
friends.
Jake.
Thank
There's
you.
nothing I wouldn't do for you guys either.
I love you guys. Y'all, this has been Duck. I've been here with
Jake.
and
Javi.
y'all. You're my brothers. I appreciate it. I love you
Love
guys.
you,
Love you too, bro.
Y'all,
motherfuckers.
please check us out on the internet at Quack Attack 5000 on YouTube. We have more podcasts on the Quack Attack 5000 network. Send us an email at quackattack5000 at gmail.com. Share it with your friends. We're on everything. Stitchers, iTunes, Spotify, Apple Music, everything.
Are we on actually all that?
Get it!
Yes.
Yes.
So please go listen to us. Share with your friends. And hopefully you enjoyed getting to know us a little bit better. I enjoyed getting to know my friends a little bit
Send
better.
us snooze
I
and
love you,
gangly bits.
motherfuckers.
And KF, if you're listening. Jake just
Don't be listening, KL. Goddamn, I hope you're not.
Kev, I'll be by the high board. I understand that you like that.
And there it is. Thank you so much for checking out the podcast today. If you have enjoyed it, please do not forget, share with your friends. That is how we grow the network. And if this is your first time listening, head over to your favorite podcast app, Spotify, Stitcher, Podbean, iTunes, and give We Are Podcast a like. And if you've enjoyed this podcast, you're going to love the other podcast here on the We Are Podcast Network. We have We Are Bagu, a video game podcast featuring me and Dr. Ethan Eastwood. That's where we talk Atari to Steam and everything in between. Don't forget Gyros, a Dungeons and Distractions side quest. Me and the boys were sitting down, we're playing some D&D, we're having so much fun. You can go and start that from the beginning of the journey, Season 1, Episode 1. You're going to love it all the way through. And finally, I hate being sober. Personal stories from epic people. I'm going to sit down with some of the most epic people I've ever met in this world, and we're going to talk about their life, we're going to talk about their trials and tribulations, and we're just going to talk about their journey this far. Head on over to our social media. All links can be found in the description. You can find us at Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at /WeArePodcast. Also, head over to the Facebook group, We Are Era. We would love to see you in that group. And don't forget, if you've enjoyed the podcast today, share it with your friends. That's the only way we can grow this network. With that said, do not forget, support local comedy in any way that you can. We really do appreciate it. We'll see you next time.